Hi everybody, we're going to do a little bit of styling today. So we're going to talk about how to style this. So this is from Spring Summer 2022, our collection. It is a Model 3 sport coat in this really interesting gourmet cloth, 100% wool, caramel colored. Got a little bit of a twill to it, so it's got a little bit of texture, but it's generally pretty flat. And this is very different from what we've had in the collection, or what we've been showing in the collection so far, and generally what we've been doing recently. Like generally, what we've been doing recently has been more about like a lot of texture, a lot of pattern, a lot of color. But you know, when I was putting the collection together with the team for this season, I really insisted this be in the collection too. Because I think while of course everyone's wardrobes are trending towards kind of more casual wardrobes, it's really nice to have something that's like dressy, refined, and has, you know, a bit of an unusual color without being like full on, yeah, I can wear this with jeans all day long sort of mode, right? So let's get started. Most obvious choice with this, if you're going to wear it in a casual way, which of course you can, although it's not exactly the way I would wear it, or not the way I envisioned it, is of course you can wear it with, you know, things like chinos. You can even wear it with jeans. Quite nice too. In fact, that contrast between like the very worn out jean versus like that very fine cloth is kind of interesting too. Plus I like the fact that the color picks up the stitching on the jean. I think that's quite nice. I do like it with dark denim like that. I think that's not bad. But let's go back to the chino. What would I put with the chino? I would start with, as I would with many things in my life, a white polo. It's quite nice with a white polo, like that. And in fact, if I was to wear with a white polo and these particular sport chinos, the khaki sport chino, I really like the idea of this. Tan loafer, nice shade of kind of reddish orange to it, and it sits well with this caramel color. You could, of course, put the white polo in this jacket with the jeans. I think that's cool too. And then, you know, in a case like that, you could wear it with white sneakers. I think that'd be quite interesting. But you know what? Let's skip on to how would you wear this in a more dressy way? Because I'm really excited to talk to you about that. And I feel like we haven't done a kind of dressy sport coat look in a while, so I'm excited to do it with you guys. So we'll start with the ubiquitous gray trouser. There you go. This is kind of a medium shade of gray. I really like this one. This is actually the Armory's Harbor Breeze, so it's like a particular high twist cloth that we developed for the shop. It's really good for places like Hong Kong in the summer. And I love the idea of that with a navy polo like that, right? So this is like smart casual. Not smart, because obviously you're wearing a polo shirt, but it's smart casual. I think it's cool. With this sort of thing, I would consider brown suede like that, which I think is very nice. Or I would also consider this, dark brown calf tassel loafer. I think that's really cool. Other than, oh, actually, before I get to the other colors, also just wanted to show it to you with a white shirt, because a white shirt's always nice. White shirt, gray trouser, and you know, in a case like this, I love the idea of a black tie, like the one I'm wearing today. You know, with these kind of earthy tones, I really, really, really like black with it. I think it's a really nice color to pair with a saturated deep earth tone like that. Everyone always thinks like, oh yeah, black tie, gray suit. Yeah, of course, it looks great. But think about black ties with earth tones. Okay. Other than the gray trouser, I really want to show you this, because I really like this. So this is from the Draper's Three Kings book. It is a wool 80%, 20% cotton mix. Sorry, 70%, 30% cotton mix, wool cotton mix. And it's got just enough texture to make it a little bit more interesting, but it makes for a great trouser. I actually have a pair of these myself, which I unfortunately didn't wear today. I love the idea of that. And of course, you can wear it with the white shirt, as we mentioned previously. But I wanted to introduce you to this color, because I quite like this. This kind of silver gray, not a heather gray, more like a silver gray. I think the silver gray sits in a really interesting way. So this is one of the polos from this season. I really like the idea of these three things together. Again, more of a smart casual look, but pretty cool. And And I prepared a few shirt swatches for you guys because I like these shirt swatches a lot. So let's start with pale blue. I think it's really beautiful. So one of these two shades, like that, against the white. Oops, destroying this like that. I think that's really good. Or I love this. That blue stripe, especially since the blue stripe has a little bit of striation to it, I think that sits really well together, and I can imagine all sorts of great ties to go with that. Obviously things like dark navy, plain and simple, could be really beautiful. I also want to consider this. I love the red. That red right there is really good. So red striped shirt, beige trousers, caramel jacket. And just to finish off, I want to show you guys a few other interesting colors that you could put with this. You know, tonal dressing is always an easy way to put together good looking outfits. Consider brown. Consider a dark brown like this, because I think that would be unusual, but really smart looking. And you could wear it with dark brown suede or black shoes. And actually I would wear it probably white shirt and with a tie. But see, like, you have to be careful with the brown. It has to be a brown like this, like not too red, because like this is a much redder brown, and I find this sits a little bit more awkwardly. Shades of taupe are okay, but I think it's better when it's like really pale. Like, I find that better than that for sure. I also want to show you just one last really good summer trouser book, or summer suiting book. This is a relatively new one for us. Draper's Supersonic. It's basically 100% wool with a little bit of stretch to it because of the way they've woven it. And they got some really good colors in here, actually, especially with trousers. This is cool. A really good looking taupe right there. And they have a bunch of shades of gray. See, that was the mid gray we showed you earlier. I mean, not the exact same cloth, but similar color. But I really like that. That silvery gray is cool. I think you could try an olive. I think that's pretty interesting too. You know, when you have like all these warm colors together, it's usually a pretty easy match. You have to be a little bit careful, but it's usually okay. A few more grays for you. Charcoal is okay too. Not my first choice, but it's okay. But I definitely like the paler shades of gray with this. Or my favorite is still like some sort of beige like that, and I think it gives you a lot of leeway to do interesting things. Can you put a blue with this? Yes, you can actually. I wouldn't do something like that. I find that a little obnoxious and strong, but I do like that. Like these kind of slightly darker shades of navy, but still with a bit of blue in it, I think is interesting. You know, like this color is not bright. It's like saturated, but it's a little bit muted in a good way. And so I wouldn't necessarily put it together with colors that are too strong. I think it's better to have a more muted palette with this. Alrighty, that is about it for now. Please let me know if you can think of any other interesting combinations for this particular shade of jacket. It's not a particularly common color, but I think it's definitely worth a think about for your wardrobe, available online and in store. And that is about it for now. Thanks for watching.